So our sponsor for tonight is Canadian Dice. Go to canadiandice.ca and use the code THEVACTER, all one word, at checkout for a 15% off of your order. Also, check out our merch store at tinyurl.com/vacmerch. You can get excellent designs like Half Orc Energy and the Vac Blob with 2 new Spooktober designs by Affy. And Spooktober is obviously currently in the works. We are raising money once again for ExtraLife4Kids. Last year, we did a crazy month-long fundraiser, ending with 12 hours of organized chaos, a drop-in game, and we raised just over $1,300. So we hope to do that again this year. You can find the link at tinyurl.com/Vacter ExtraLife 2023. Also, coming up this week on Monday, we have Mistwalkers at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday, we have Ominous with DM Emily at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday, Aphamus, Jer, and Sly are over on the Cantrips and Coffee channel for the Society at 9 p.m. Eastern. On Thursday, we have A Song of Crystal and Shadow at 8:30 p.m. Friday at 8:30 p.m. we have Fixius 5. Saturday morning, we have Together Among the Stars at 11:30 a.m. with GM Rick. And Saturday p.m., we have the Backpack's Guide to Makeup stream at 7 p.m. Eastern. And as always, you can find our podcast wherever you download podcasts from. And then we're pausing again. Okay. I am Aaryn. I am the GM for this Kids on Bikes game. I am trying to do all the things and remember all the things, but I'm going to introduce my lovely players to you. And I am going to start with Lee.
Hi, I am
Lee, please give us your name and your character's name like you asked me to do beforehand to tell you exactly what you wanted.
Here I was. You said you were introducing us. I was like,
I know. I know.
Well, I was like, I'm just I'll set the example. I'll give you how much information all of the rest of you should get.
There you go.
How about that? Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
Thanks, Lee.
I am Lee Baldwin. I use he and they pronouns, and today I am going to be playing Colton Powell, who uses he, him pronouns, and he's just a very good sports boy who is 15 years old, and I mean, football and trashy horror movies and like his studies is pretty much what consumes his life, and a recent incident in his life, right? So I will go ahead and pass that over to Kayla then, so that you can introduce your related character.
Thanks, Lee. What a great segue, and thanks for all the information that you let me know what to say. I'm Kayla. I'm from the Potions and Potpourri podcast. I'm also part of the Vac Blob and now EFG with a lot of these lovely folks. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Claire Powell, who also uses she, her pronouns. She is the younger sister of Colton Powell, who is about 12 right now, and is a witch for Halloween, going trick-or-treating with her best friend, D.N.A, and is going through some turmoil at home right now, as Colton kind of alluded to already.
Why don't we head over to D.N.A, and why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay. So, hi, my name is Alana. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm not on any of the blogs or podcasts or anything else cool like the rest of the people in this game. I am playing Dina Christensen this evening, but she goes by D.N.A. She is the only child of super religious parents, and she is Claire's best friend. They're in the same grade, so we're like 7th grade. Is that what we agreed on? Yeah, so we're in 7th grade. And her parents are the pastors of this mega church. I don't know how else you want me to give.
That's good. We'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Mysterious.
And bring us home, Rick.
I'm playing the other guy. I'm Rick. I'm the game master typically for the Hammer of the Gods podcast. I use they, them pronouns preferably. Sorry, dog was in my face. And I am playing Mick Roberts. I had to remember who I'm playing.
Hank Mick Roberts.
Yeah, that's true. Who uses he, him pronouns. Mick is a LARPer, but he does werewolf LARP. And he keeps that very, very secret because he's afraid that everyone's going to pick on him. And there was something else I was going to say. Oh yeah, he's been bulking up because he's getting into football because he wants to be like cool. So, before freshman year, he's trying to get into sports. Yeah, and so he has been hanging out with Colton a bit and learning the ways of the gym.
Sports bros.
All right, and I am Aaryn. Again, I use she, her, and I'm your GM for this evening. We're playing Kids on Bikes, and you can find me being all the things at Even Footing Games, which is where I normally am. But we're gonna get right into this. So, these young, wonderful people are from the cozy town of Milton, Kansas. Milton is a very boring town where nothing exciting ever happens, except that this year, Jonathan Wilder, age 11, won the Millennium Chocolate Halloween competition. When he was explaining what the Millennium was going to look like in your small town of Milton. You all suspect, because you know Jonathan from school, who's kind of a weird 5th grader, that probably his hippie mom actually wrote the paper for him. But you know what it means is that you guys got to have a party thrown by this chocolate company in your town. So they are decorating the town. They are providing trick-or-treat stops at local businesses that are providing full-size candy bars. But they are sure to tell you while supplies last. And they have done a town-wide scavenger hunt. And it's been kept very secret so that nobody really knows how you are going to win. But you do know that the first 100 kids who get their scavenger hunt done are winning $100 savings bonds. So, woo.
Ow.
Savings bonds, God.
Yes.
The thing that
Remember that?
teens and preteens love savings bonds.
Absolutely.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
We forgot that savings bonds
I just
existed
got like
until this
ricocheted
I know.
back in time.
Same.
Oh God.
Oh my god.
Sorry. Okay, I'm here. It's 99. I got it. Sure.
Yes.
Full immersion.
It is October 31st, 1999. And you guys are going to trick or treat like it's 1999. And sorry, I broke Kayla. But you all are kind of all at the Powell's house, but your next door neighbor, Mick, is planning on going with you, and you guys have decided to team up. There's no rule against working together on this. You just want to be one of the first 100 kids to get it done. But this is what you do know. There are more than 100 kids in your town. So not everybody is going to get those sweet, sweet savings bonds. You also know that the company, the chocolate company, has done probably not enough to make sure that there are enough full-size candy bars for everyone. So those are going to run out. You're pretty sure.
My God.
I know.
I can't let that happen.
But no one is allowed to start on this until the clock strikes 6 p.m. And at that point, it's all chaos. Although you've all received a map, a stylized version of your town to show where the trick-or-treat stops are and to show where any of those places where you could hopefully grab a sheet for your scavenger hunt.
I have a quick question.
Absolutely.
Where is my house on this map?
You are a couple blocks away from that. So from
like
anywhere
to the west?
Wherever. You
Okay,
pick.
sure. And then strategically I will say What is that building in the top left? The blue one?
Oh, hang on one second. Hopefully Emily can put
like
that
a jail
up on.
Place? Looks like maybe a
that
prison?
is the top left. Oh, that's
City
the
Hall.
high school.
Oh.
So
Christ. Can you tell I don't like
all of your days.
What is that prison like building on
Yes.
the map? Alright. Then I would like to say that the house is to the west, where we all are like meeting up.
Okay, so it's 5:45. You guys are getting ready. You have your pillowcases or whatever trick-or-treat bag you have to do this. You can go to all of the houses that you want, anything you want to do. You guys decide what is your top priority, or if you're trying to do everything. You guys, it's your night.
Are we at our house, the Powell's house, getting ready?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you are you just getting like your costume on and everything? We're like getting set up, and Colton's got like these like big ridiculous like I mean it's 99, so they didn't furry culture wasn't as big as it is now, so they're just kind of like crappy and they're definitely costume Halloween City whatever ears, but he's got his costume on and he's helping you out with like your hat and getting the veil arranged and everything.
Make sure it's straight, Colton.
Yeah, did they say they're coming over soon or what? Where is everybody?
I mean, Mick lives next door, so
Ding
He
dong.
probably just pop over.
yeah, it's
D.N.A. is
1999.
always on time.
Mick just walks in.
Yeah, they just walk in the door.
Yeah, this is a sitcom, obviously.
I'm sure D.N.A. rings the doorbell though. She seems like the proper type.
I mean, I ring the doorbell because my parents are literally sitting in the
car
watching me because they
you.
don't trust me.
And you're not wearing your costume yet, right?
I'm not wearing my costume yet, yes. Imagine that this is not yet drawn on my face.
Okay, I thought so. Hi D.N.A. You better hurry and get in here so I can do your whiskers so we can go. We don't want to be late.
Great. Sorry. Do you...
And I waved to your parents.
have-
Bye, Mr. and Mrs. Christensen. Bye. See you later.
Oh,
As I
hang on,
run in the door, bolt it behind me. I'm like, do you have the eyeliner that I gave you to hide?
And I just like pull it out like off of just like a regular shelf, like not hidden at all. Yeah, let's do it.
Great.
Yeah, amazing and back.
Hopefully.
I think we're back.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Stream is up.
Yeah.
Yay!
no echo.
All right, no
Yay,
echo.
let's
Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
so we're
go.
just kind of starting again. So you all have some festivities and you're starting at the Powell's house on this trick-or-treat that is sponsored by a chocolate company. And there are things to be done. There are full-size candy bars to get. There are savings bonds to be won. But you do have to make it to one of the stops before you can have any sort of like how to get into the scavenger hunt. You assume like one of the corporate people will tell you.
Okay. So D.N.A. has arrived at the house already, and you guys are doing makeup? Okay.
Yep,
Yes.
I'm doing her cat face.
You have literally just seen your younger sister physically drag me into a bathroom. So that you can do my makeup.
You guys have fun. I'm gonna go get the bags ready and everything.
And you can hear us just like giggling and like laughing and like excitedly talking. Oh my god, no way, that's gonna be so fun. Dina, oh my god.
I know, right? I just really hope we don't run into my parents while we're out.
We're not gonna see your parents, that's ridiculous. Although they have some kind of like midnight mass tonight.
Probably. I don't know. Thanks again for covering.
It's gonna be so fun. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to find some like giant candy bars. We're gonna stay up all night.
And we're gonna eat all of them here because I cannot take them home with me.
Well, maybe not all of them, but I'll save some for you next time you come over.
Okay. That's a plan.
My stomach's gonna hurt if we eat too many.
It's worth the pain. It's worth the pain.
Alright, so is Mick gonna be over in a few minutes or whatever? He just pops on over.
Yeah, Mick just walks in and it's just like, "Hey, Colton, are you here?"
Hey Mick, yeah, could you help me get this together? And he's got like trick or treat bags that already have like a little bit of candy in them,
Oh
and
my God.
like on the counter. And he's getting he's got, like throwing stuff into a backpack while he gets ready and everything.
Colton is the best boy group mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did forget to say earlier, number one, it is Mick's birthday. Like, he wouldn't tell anybody that, but, you know, he just turned 13, so he's kind of a big deal.
He's an adult.
I know.
Oh, the real
Legal
teen now.
adult now.
Yeah.
Is this something that Colton would know because they've been pretty good friends?
Maybe? Probably, yeah.
I was gonna say he just like heard it at some point, his parents talking about like getting something set up for the party. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But he won't mention it because Mick hasn't mentioned it, and he's like, okay, I think I'm picking up that vibe. So, okay.
And also, he's dressed as Rick O'Connell from 1999's classic The Mummy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of getting ready. Okay. You hear the church bell tower strike 6 o'clock.
It's time. I like
and now
do the last
now the competition is on.
Face. Let's go.
So all of a sudden you hear this thundering of footsteps, and it's just D.N.A. and Claire racing down the stairs, like completely forgetting that we're supposed to have like candy bags and backpacks and all that stuff, and we're like physically dragging Mick and Colton out the door.
Let's go.
And Colton's like passing everything out. Come on. You got your coats? It's gonna be cold.
I have one of those like candy baskets that's like it's probably a witch hand since I'm a witch, but like the plastic hands that's like holding the bag like in the center like this, you know, and you like hold it by a handle. So I've got one of those, like a little witch hand.
Nice. So I suggest that we go to the park first because I think everyone else is gonna hit the easy ones and the park is gonna be hard to find.
Yeah, we could swing on the swings for a little bit too.
Of course. Sure.
Oh, you guys, you have to go a couple blocks, but your assessment was pretty much right that because the park is like a whole block, people did not start there. So as you come, you get to a not immediately mobbed little, just a sort of a rickety thing where like a table and like an awning in case it rains for a couple people who are handing out these fancy like brand new type of Millennium chocolate bars that you've never seen before. And they're like, here you go, kids. Aren't you, happy Halloween? And they're giving them out. And they also hand you a couple of crossword puzzles.
Oh, dear.
And which are in our chat if you would like to look at them. But they let you know that the answers, they kind of point to around how every booth has decorations around it, and all of these decorations show letters underneath them. And when you find out the clues, there are a whole bunch that won't do anything for you, but the ones that you find on your sheet will give you a letter, and you go around and you'll get a code word. And so that is how you will know at the end, which the last stop is at the high school gym. That's where you have to give the code word to get your savings bond. And I know you kids are real excited for those $100 savings bonds.
$100 is going to be like $300 in just a couple years.
Oh no, these are the kind that in a couple years they're worth $100. If they're not quite worth that yet.
Well, that's okay, because then it'll still be worth more money later. That's, like with inflation and stuff. That's what my dad's always talking about, so.
Sure.
Well.
That's really smart. And these corporate sales people are like, yeah, I don't know about savings bonds at all, but we're really excited.
I'm here to sell chocolate.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely didn't want to go out into the middle of nowhere and hand out candy bars on Halloween because I'm the new guy at the office, but,
Okay, so this is the crossword. All right, so we've got one. I got that one. Don't even need to read it. Number 2. So across 1 is Dracula. Number 2 is a place for potions.
Cauldron.
Ooh, nice.
So at your thing, you see all these decorations, but at this one, you see a picture of a vampire that has just put as a name tag that says like my name, and it says Dracula. That's
great.
The only way you would know who that is.
Of course.
Never heard of that guy.
Yeah.
I think you mean
All right.
Dracula.
Yeah, exactly. And
Cauldron.
so you guys write down the letter N that's under Dracula and the letter, and they just tell you like things can be scrambled. You may have to work out the things, and just depending on what order you get things in. But there is a cauldron here at this one, and there is a Dracula, so you have the letters N and E.
N-E.
God, this is gonna be a whole freaking puzzle, Aaryn. I wasn't prepared for
Yeah,
this.
look at this. Yeah, don't give him garlic. Is it vampire?
It's vampire.
Is it vampire? Or what's under the vampire?
Well, you guys gotta read it out because nobody else has access to this. So.
Oh, okay. So I did. I said don't give him garlic. Is that vampire? 3 across. Yeah. Is that
3
down?
down.
Or 3 down. Sorry, my bad.
I mean, vampire.
I will let you know that those are the only 2 letters you will be able to get at this stop.
Oh, this is for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
I thought we were figuring this out right now. Sorry,
No.
But we're looking for these, like, clues. Like, we're looking for, like, a vampire, and, like, the next one is, like, pumpkins. We're looking for, like, a pumpkin to find the letter.
Right, and then
I
all
got
of
it.
these decorations have random letters under it, and some of them will correspond to things on the puzzle, and some of them will not, and they're, like, red herrings. So you're only trying to find the ones that are the clues.
So we're not... Okay, so we're only getting a handful of letters, then.
Yeah.
Wow, this is hard, Aaryn.
Making us think. Ugh.
I literally
I
tried to
have a
make
D4
these
in
the
things.
easiest.
Don't say that. You don't need to know what grade level it is, okay?
Oh no. I don't think kindergarten. Do kindergartners know about Dracula yet? I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe like first grade.
I mean, the first Dracula movie came out in the 1920s.
Mm-hmm. But like,
Stoker.
you know,
The first graders are so into silent films.
I was gonna, yeah.
I mean,
No, they really get into
live, and
Lugosi.
I
That's when you
definitely
start
have
to get the
those
second
days.
graders. Is
Right.
Bella, yeah, the Bella era. Anyway, no, these kids with their
No
Nick Cage
vampires
Draculas, trash is what I say. Anyway.
But as you guys are standing there, you are seeing more and more kids come over, and they're like elbowing you out of the way, like, get out of the way, because like they want to get to the crossword puzzle and they want to get their
let's go.
full-size candy bars. And
Let's see
things
who's down the
are,
block.
yeah, things are getting exciting.
Should we loop around and go check out the school? That seems closest from here.
The school, you do
Well,
know,
that's where
is the
we end
last
up.
stop.
Oh,
Is
it's the
where you
last.
have to turn in the last.
Okay. So we need to kind of do like a counterclock or
Oh.
clockwise circuit or something here.
Yeah, let's do counterclockwise so we can go down to, was it like an office building down there?
It's a library. but-
yeah.
Ooh, the library.
Library.
They probably have some good stuff. And then cross the street to the grocery store.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then cut through Mrs. Johnson's yard to the bistro,
Yeah, of course, like you do.
Perfect.
as one does.
Don't get chased by the dog, though.
The dog likes me.
Not in that costume, he's not going to.
You forgot I'm a cat. Huh.
Oh, we're gonna say that it does take about, like, even like kind of jogging. If you're just going straight from stop to stop, it's at least a 5-minute.
Well, I was gonna say, this is kids on bikes. Are we riding bikes?
Would you have taken your bike for this?
Absolutely. You get more candy that way. Why would
There
I
you go.
not take my bike?
Okay.
I think so.
Then
It
you
seems
take
you
your
way back
bike.
home too. Yeah.
But if, like, are you guys actually trick-or-treating? Or are you going to stops in between, or are you going straight to the library?
Trick or treat? I don't think I would be on my bike. I'm chilling.
I also don't think I would be on my bike because my
Your parents
don't
would have
believe
brought
in
you a
trick-or-treating, so I
Yeah.
would be
Yeah. What do you need a
Stay
bike for at
Claire.
Claire's? Yeah.
Colton brought his bike. He's walking it. Just in case. If anyone gets tired on the way home, I don't want to have to carry somebody, you know?
Yeah, Colton will just put you on the handlebars.
On the
obviously.
handlebars. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's sweet. Anyway.
So are you guys going to houses to trick-or-treat, or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
do it.
Okay. So you start, like, are you going to the down houses from where you are?
Yeah, we'll go
Or-
like
because
southeast.
you're still going in like a
And then
roughly
kinda counter.
counterclockwise.
The
direction.
down houses.
Mhm.
The down direction, you know that
The
direction.
down.
Rick knows about that direction. I don't know about directions, it's fine.
I saw that look, Kayla.
No, you didn't. That's what I'm talking about.
So you guys get there and you notice that there are not a lot of kids trick-or-treating. Like a lot more kids are more worried about that $100 savings bond.
I mean, I know we can get full-size candy bars, but it doesn't mean I don't want, like, mini candy bars, too. Because, like, you can only get, like, so many of the full-sized ones, but you can get almost unlimited Halloween-sized ones, so...
I mean,
Sure.
apparently Milton, Kansas is really boring if the kids are all super excited about savings bonds.
Guys,
That
you
tells you a
don't
lot
know
about the
how boring Milton, Kansas is. It's so boring.
I mean, as someone that was actually raised in a Milton, I can empathize.
It's big news. Big news.
So guys, as you go, you see that the only people who are trick-or-treating are like little bitty kids. And they're all like, they want to show you their really cool costumes. and they're like, look, I'm a superhero, look, I'm a ninja, and they're like, and especially to Colton, they're like really into showing off, like they're you know those costumes where their moms
do you want to fly? Have
shoved like socks into it, so that's muscles. They're like, yeah.
Wow, and he's like shaking hands and like, oh wow, you're so strong, and all that shit.
Meanwhile, D.N.A is just kind of like standing to the side watching all of this happen, knowing full darn well that none of these kids are going to come anywhere near her if they have a choice in the matter.
Giving off the weird
she's just
vibe.
Awkwardly standing to the side, being like, I don't know what to do, but I also don't feel like I can cut in front of small children to get my candy because I feel like that's frowned upon.
Yeah, Claire will just
kind
like
of
go
just
up
like
with
behind
the group.
Claire.
I would just like go up with the group and put my like bag out above some like little kid's head, you know. And then I'll just like afterwards I'll like take a handful and put it into D.N.A's bag for her.
And the first mom at that first house is very excited to see you. Seen any of the older kids yet? So she really loads you up and gives you all the yeah.
I know they're just in it for like the same bonds and the big candy bars, but I want to get as much as I can this year. Who knows if I'll get to trick or treat again next year?
Oh yeah, you guys are getting close, huh?
Just like, you know, mommy and daddy live in different houses now, so I don't know if we'll trick or treat next year. Anyways, thanks for the candy. Bye.
Plus, you know, Y2K. Who knows? We'll be.
Yeah, we may not be
don't really know
around,
about that as much.
It's October though. Almost.
Yeah, but
Almost
we're kids.
Yeah.
So as you go down the line, mostly you've got one mom, one family went all out, and because they knew that the company was doing full-size candy bars, they did one too. So now you have another full-size candy bar.
Oh,
two
do I get to
so
choose?
far. What?
Do I get
But
to choose?
this one is not a Millennium chocolate bar. It's like a
No, that's
Hershey.
okay. Can I get a joyful almond? That's my favorite.
Joyful almonds are also my favorite, so yes.
Apparently they're old lady candy, Aaryn. I got freaking called out by that.
You know,
one time.
my 7-year-old also
I like
loves
mounds
them.
though, because I like dark chocolate.
No, almond joy.
Well, Claire has braces, so she can't really eat like caramely candies because it gets stuck in her braces. So.
No, you can't have the almonds either. It's gonna get all
Yeah,
stuck up in there.
they're easier to eat though. The caramel's like real sticky.
You have to make me pick it out.
One house though is a dentist house and hands out toothbrushes. It's real sad.
Fucking hate dentists.
Just as a callback to something else. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I just had
Can
to
I
get
steal
my...
his piece? I don't think that's very Colton behavior, but
Is he a vampire?
No.
No, he's a dentist. You gotta knock out his front teeth.
Yeah.
Those are the rules. I didn't make them. Blame Jason.
So as you guys kind of get closer to the library and the grocery store, which by the way are across the street from each other and are the closest stops to each other, there is chaos. There are kids elbowing each other. You see people stealing all of the crossword puzzles and running away with them so that nobody else has the chance to be able to get crossword puzzles. You see older kids who are like trying to steal candy from younger kids.
Oh yeah, Mick's not okay with that.
Things are getting, this particular area is a war zone of children. It is crazy. So how do you want to approach this?
I think Mick would just be like, "Hey Colton, we should do something. Like these big kids are stealing candy and stuff."
Yeah,
like,
hey, no, that's not okay. You guys got to put that down. Absolutely not.
And
He's just gonna like approach and try and like talk to the kids that are bullying.
Yeah,
Mick's
and
gonna
they're
be
like,
2 steps behind.
I
Go
feel
ahead.
like as we're approaching, especially because D.N.A is very much like an outcast, like everyone's a little bit afraid of her. She just turns to Colton and is like, "Give me the crossword puzzle. Just give me the crossword puzzle."
D.N.A.'s gonna
And he's
solve it in like 1 second, I bet.
He's like, "Okay," and like,
Yeah.
not really sure why. And I'm like, "Just trust me. Give me the crossword puzzle." And we walk towards it, and it's just like parting of the seas. Everyone is terrified of her.
well, so if Colton, you go up to somebody who was picking on a little kid, and they're like, "What do you mean?" Well, then maybe I'll take it from you, and they kind of get up in your face.
Yeah, Mick is like 2 steps behind.
And are trying to push you around a little bit.
Okay. Well, I
Push you
mean,
all around.
then I guess, I mean, Colton's not much of a fighter, but he's a big boy, you know, he plays sports, and so he's kind of just like, calm down, hey, and he just kind of like tries to push them back and like hold this person back from him, and just say, you need to calm down, this is just candy, dude, like, what are you doing? This is way too much.
So can
Calm
you
down.
roll me a brawn check
Sure.
of about a 7 to kind of stand up and not get pushed around by this guy?
Sure. I have a D12 in brawn, and ooh, okay, I rolled a 9. So.
Okay.
Since we're rolling for stuff in this Kids on Bikes game, do we start with the normal 3 adversity tokens?
3 adversity tokens.
Oh,
Thanks
okay.
for that shade, Rick. I appreciate it.
I didn't say whose Kids on Bikes game.
Do we not roll nothing? But
It's fine, whatever. I'm such a professional at this. Whatever. So you're able to stop him, and he realizes that you're firm enough that he's like, "Oh, okay," and he kind of backs up and, you know, stops trying to take the kids' candy and walks away from you guys. But it is still pretty chaotic here. And yes, you have 3 adversity tokens to start with. So anybody else, how you're approaching this? I know D.N.A. was taking the crossword puzzle.
do we want to resolve that? Then?
You guys let me know what you're doing.
You said you want to try and part the crowd with spookiness, it sounded like.
No, it's more of a like
Intimidation. It could be a grit roll. That would be good for that.
Yeah. It's kind of a grit roll because
just like, you know, that presence or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say it's a pretty high one because like nobody is really paying attention to you. They are all going crazy. So we're gonna call this a grit roll of 13.
Okay. I just need to find the right dice.
So
I'm very familiar with rolls.
Yeah.
Could I assist? Because I had just pushed that kid down a little bit.
Do you have an ability?
I have a loyal ability, which gives you a +2 when I assist people.
Yeah. So yes.
I just rolled a 17 because grit is
you
my
have a 20.
D20.
Your grit. Nice.
Gotcha. So yeah, you start staring people down and they start to kind of notice, and once one starts pulling out of your way a little bit, another one kind of does too. But if anybody wants to make a brains check to see if you see what's going on.
Head empty. Nope. D4. Buddy.
Well,
Head empty football.
It's a 10. By the way, the brain.
I'll just take my half if I can.
Okay.
Because that's a 10.
Okay. So you are like really noticing that nobody is really paying that much attention. Like they are more causing chaos, but like you think that the stealing of the crosswords was not really what they were after that, you can see now that they were using that as a distraction, and they were trying to steal some of the full-size candy bars.
Wow.
That tracks.
So, like, so the adults that were at the booth, and we'll say that you guys got to the library first, they are literally chasing other kids around trying to get their box of candy bars back. And so, like, as people start to see D.N.A. looking tough, and also see that, like, the candy bars are not there right now, they just kind of start shifting apart for you.
Could Mick, like, get Colton's attention and try to catch the kids that are running away from the adults who, like, stole the box of candy?
Yeah.
Try and, like, stop a child. Just, like, grab him by the shoulders, like, ah!
Football, right?
I guess that's a flight roll.
Can I argue that this is...
I would like to also argue.
Okay, what are you arguing?
I would like to argue that this is a brawn roll to just, like, body this child and stop them in their path.
Okay, but how are you going to get to them? Because you are not up to where they are yet. So.
Okay, for Mick, could I argue brains? Because he is pretty smart, like, could he do, like, the geometry? Could he do, like, the Pythagorean
Sherlock the fucking pathway to the child?
Okay, I'm gonna say that if you guys want to do brains and brawn, the difficulty is gonna be higher than if you were just running after them.
Colton's got bad knees, okay?
I'm gonna risk it.
Flight implies running away, not running towards.
Yeah, but it's also your speed in this game. So
it's kind of like a substitute for your dex. I'll do flight. I'll give it a shot. I have a D8. That's not that bad.
Okay. And we're gonna say that for flight it's an 8, but for brains or for brawn it's a 12.
Get worth it because
that's equally bad for me. I have a D8 and a D12. And a +1 in both. So.
Oh wait, I forgot. I can do a half. You said it's 12, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll take my half and use 2 of my adversity tokens then.
Okay. So you are able to kind of use your surroundings then, and you find a way to, like, throw a foot in front of somebody who comes close enough, and that guy you placed yourself perfect, like you saw where he was going to. Place yourself in the middle, and as he comes by, you throw a foot out, he tumbles, and the candy goes all over the ground, and now chaos has truly broken loose in a way that is a little bit different than it was, because now everyone is on the area where Rick is. So... Yeah. Dina and Claire don't have to necessarily be there, but like it's like a dog pile on where Mick is.
Oh God!
It's candy socialism. It's fine. I'm sharing it.
Distributing the candy.
Yeah, you're Robin Hooding it. I get it. It's fine.
This is where her protectiveness of Claire comes in, where she, like, physically drags Claire away from this, like, pile of people.
Where are we going?
Like, Claire is 1000% about to jump into this pile for the candy, and Claire literally, like, grabs her by the shoulder. D.N.A. grabs Claire by the shoulders and, like, drags her back.
Oh, but wait, Colton's in there.
Yeah, he's definitely already, like,
no.
Mick! Like, throwing children.
I just picture Colton doing, like, pro wrestler, just lift them over your head.
He is 15, let's, you know.
Yeah.
He believes himself infallible. That's all that
yeah.
matters.
He's doing his best.
God, that was scary,
like a hand,
D.N.A.
can he, like, dig Mick out? Grab his hand and dig him out of the pile?
Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem. You saw him go down. you know where he was. You're able to drag enough kids off of him so that he's no longer in the candy bar dog pile, and you guys are free so long as you're not going for the chocolate, because then you might lose an eye or something.
Yeah, Mick's costume now is like Rick O'Connell from the end of the movie, where it's all
like with the ripped shirt.
It's like all stained.
Perfection.
I didn't think we'd get here so fast, but here we are.
Yeah.
Just going full Jeff Goldblum already.
Oh man, so good. Life finds a way to Jeff Goldblum.
Always.
So, where are you guys? What are you doing at the library?
Getting candy. We already got our candy. So we need to find the next letter. So I'm looking for vampires, apparently.
Yeah.
Or the other.
Or one of the others. Uh-oh. Okay.
So, can I ask, is it in, is this area where the candy is supposed to be? It's absolute chaos at this particular moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
But is it in, a courtyard? Is there, strong decoration somewhere that we can see? Or has that been, completely trashed?
So, the decorations are all right around the booth that was giving out candy. The booth is okay. It is still up.
Still standing.
They were taking the crossword puzzles to try and distract so that one of them could steal candy, and they didn't destroy the booth. They're not to that point yet.
They're not animals yet.
Yeah. They were just trying to get the adults away so that they could, in fact, get to the candy. So the decorations are all right there. So you see a zombie, a mummy, a broomstick, yeah, you see those are a bunch of them, but I'm trying to think if I can remember what other decorations you see there.
Pumpkin?
You see a pumpkin.
We see a broomstick. Could be number 7.
Yeah.
Witch transportation.
Pumpkin is on there too.
So I feel like while there's this mass of bodies, Claire and D.N.A. are towards the side of this courtyard area, and we're literally just looking for the decorations. That's the only thing we're doing.
Under a pumpkin, you see the letter R, and under the broomstick, you see the letter O.
You guys
Aaryn.
want to hear a joke about pumpkins?
Yes.
How do you fix a cracked pumpkin?
How?
A pumpkin patch! You're welcome.
That's a good one.
Claire's the funny one, by the way. She's the funny sidekick, so... Got lots of dad jokes for you guys tonight.
Perfect.
Amazing. Aaryn,
Right.
would you say that Mick might potentially have a Polaroid camera?
Did you put that in your bag?
I didn't, but I'm asking you retroactively.
If you didn't put that in your stuff, I'm gonna say unless you have the prepared feat.
Listen, I didn't put anything in my bag because I made this character sheet 30 minutes before the game.
No, I'm sorry. No, you don't get to.
Wow.
Nope, you didn't think of that.
Worth a shot.
I'm sorry, you said the pumpkin
It was
pumpkin
R
had what letter?
The letters are R and O.
Yes. And again to remind you, they can all be jumbled. You'll have to. It'll be a jumble once you're done with all the letters.
Okay. Cool.
I have an idea of what it could be. We'll see.
Across the street, the grocery is not looking as bad as the library was. But it is also not looking great. And it looks like that those kids had done what they had done over at the library, over at the grocery store first. So you see boxes that have been emptied and you do not see any more chocolate in them. You see all over the lawn photocopied crossword puzzles. And you see adults trying to pick up the mess.
Those are already counterfeits. They're just gonna flood the market. There's no hope now. You should just go home.
Mick's gonna go help the adults, do the good deed and like help pick stuff up.
Absolutely. They're like, thanks. This is supposed to be like a really small town with like kids who are, nice and stuff. I don't know what's going on, but
I bet it's those Wichita kids. You can't trust them.
Yeah. You think they'd come all the way out to Milton for chocolate bars? Weird.
Kansas. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Where else are they gonna go?
I guess so. And they're moping up and picking up all their crossword puzzles. And they hang on really quickly. I've got to look at my crossword puzzle so I can remember what is on there.
That's like, yeah.
But perhaps. So you see a bunch of things, but the people who you helped say, I think the only one at this one that matters is the monster one, because you guys helped out. So they point you to a monster that has an E underneath it.
Sweet.
So is that...
Okay.
It's gotta be number 4, right? Frankenstein has one?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ask the grown-up that?
Might as well.
No.
I mean, might as well. They're already being helpful.
I'm
like,
sure. I guess I'm just kind of like saying it as we're like filling stuff out. Yeah.
Hey Colton.
And the
Colton.
grown-up just kind of nods and is like,
hey,
"Yeah."
Colton,
yes,
do you want to hear a funny joke about a monster?
Yes, Claire.
Okay. What monster plays tricks on Halloween?
What kind of monster?
A Frankenstein.
D.N.A. just
Yeah, I actually
behind
like
her,
That's
cheesy
like
jokes.
the monster
her
that's
head.
here. It's
Yeah.
the same monster. That's why it's funny.
Perfect.
Yeah. I thought you'd like that one.
D.N.A. just standing behind her, shaking her head at Claire.
Whatever,
Look,
she loves
Claire,
it.
Claire, take an
No
extra
other
diversity
response.
token for all of your dad jokes.
Yeah.
Gladly. Thank you.
So as
What's the letter on the Frankenstein?
it was an
E.
E.
E? Oh, okay. I crossed it.
Come on, Colton, keep up.
My bad.
Before we head out, Mick is going to repeat Colton's question to the adults, though.
What was the question?
About the clue.
Frankenstein. Is that the correct one?
Yeah, they say yep. But they said they're like, I would tell you the passcode, but like also like rules and stuff. So
We like puzzles. They're fun.
yeah, you kids deserve to win, unlike those other kids, and like shouts
Head
it.
empty.
Yeah, shouts it at the other kids.
Mick wants to ask, do you guys know where they've already hit or where they're going next?
No, I have no idea. They all came like it was like a wave.
Like a storm. Over the mountain.
Like they came here first and then they went to the library and they just left chaos in their wake. And it was...
I mean, maybe next year go to Radio Shack and get some walkie-talkies first.
You're not wrong, kid. You're not wrong.
There won't be a next year.
They don't have a budget for walkie-talkies.
You know, that they really should buy us a corporate cell phone, but, you know, just not, there's no way.
One
Those
corporate
are too
cell phone for
expensive,
everyone.
yeah.
Pass.
So D.N.A. doesn't actually do great with adults, like with authoritarian figures in general. So she's helping, but she's also like 8 paces away from like the closest adults at any given time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just as like a general, like, where are everyone else is, and then she's just like kind of standing over here by herself.
We're just eating candy.
As you're kind of standing by yourself, D.N.A., do you look across the street at all? Do your eyes wander?
My head is constantly on a swivel because I know I'm not supposed to be out trick-or-treating right now.
Yeah,
a little anxious.
A little bit.
You see a whole bunch of people in front of the church saying say no to candy. They have signs and they're like handing out tracts of scriptures, and they're like trying to like tell people to come to church tonight, and they're giving away like apples and health food, kind of like granola bars and stuff.
Oh.
And among the people, you spot your father.
Good thing you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
good thing I could probably spot him
chaos.
I could probably spot him from about 200 yards at this point. By 12
he does
years
not
old.
see you, but
no, because he wouldn't recognize me from the distance, from such a distance.
with the whiskers. Who are you even?
Right.
Clark Kent over here.
So, if I'm looking at this map appropriately,
like kitty corner to us, right?
yeah.
It's down in
No,
the,
so like it's
diagonal.
Yeah. So, I feel like once she sees her father, can I roll a fight check?
Why? You're not actually fighting anybody.
No, I know that, or grit might be a better one. Because we're at the grocery store, and to get to the bistro, assuming that we're going to continue trick-or-treating, we would have to be literally across the street from it at some point or another. So it becomes a question of, does she have the courage to...
That's definitely grit.
To do that.
I was gonna say,
so it's a grit roll?
Though, there are houses and things, like, significant amount between the church and the bistro.
Yeah.
Right, but I don't know if she would have approached Claire to be like, my father is at the church, like, you can't go that way. Because I don't know if Claire is super tuned in to what happens at D.N.A.'s house behind closed doors.
So let's say
I think she gets the gist.
Yeah, so let's say it's an 8 grit check to be able to, you know, kind of without assistance, just, you know, within yourself find the strength to make it.
11.
So you're good. So you know, pull yourself together, put your hood up, you know.
Also, Claire notices
that
I shuffle closer to her, and she can tell from my body language that, like, I am very suddenly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
We should
but
probably
also,
go, I think, you guys.
And if you guys kind of went behind the grocery store or, up, you could go pretty far away from the church to even get to the bistro. Like, you don't have to.
Every time we walk by the church, they yell at me, so I'd rather stay as far away from them as we can.
I was gonna say, but neither Rick nor Colton...
Mick.
Like, Mick nor Colton know her well enough to read her body language.
Yeah.
So, like... She doesn't think that she can confide in them, but she...
I think that even not knowing D.N.A. that well, it's usually somewhat obvious when somebody's, like, extremely anxious and tense.
Yeah.
So we may not know exactly why, but... I mean, listen, Mick is 13, okay? He's basically a grown-up, and he gets it.
And... You got an 11, so you were able to pull yourself together pretty well and be able to muscle through that. So you guys,
I think we should go around the grocery store anyways and avoid the church at all costs. That's probably the last place we want to go tonight.
Yeah, we don't want to be around the houses anyway. There's probably a bunch of kids over there, and it's all chaotic again.
Well, we can still trick or treat, right, Colton? I still want regular candy.
There's houses up there. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll take the North Street over to the bistro instead of cutting through the neighborhood, and then we won't even go near the church.
Oh yeah, gosh, you know your way around so well. That's why you're gonna be able to be such a good driver.
Next year.
D.N.A. just makes eye contact with Colton and just like nods at him, like thanking him without actually like saying anything.
Before we leave the grocery store, Mick's gonna like try to get Colton's attention kind of quietly and be like, "Hey, so I heard there was a dog in the neighborhood, though. Like, do you know where that dog is? Like, Claire mentioned that earlier."
There's a dog? I have no idea what you kids were talking
like,
about.
It's totally not a big deal. I was just, asking.
A dog? No, yeah, I don't really know anything about that. Sorry.
Okay. Well, that's good. Maybe Claire misheard.
Maybe.
As you hear, like, yaps from backyards a little ways away.
Is somebody not comfortable around dogs?
I mean, maybe a little. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're not going in anyone's backyard, so it should be fine, and maybe most of the group goes up first, and anyone who is not cool with dogs can kind of hang back and see if there's a dog.
That sounds like a good plan. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Is it getting dark yet?
It is. Definitely, it is. We are past probably about 7 now. So, yeah, it's pretty dark now. Not like full dark, but close. And as you kind of, get all together, cross that street, and nobody from the church sees you that far down, so you're in the clear. What you do see, though, is that as you kind of get closer, you can see that the patio furniture that is out in front of the bistro has all been, like, piled up. And there are kids, like, ducking behind it like it's a fort or like a barricade. And
oh my God, where are the police in this town? What is happening?
Is it a haunted house?
Fuck the police.
Most of them are probably at the church.
I mean, it's absolutely mad.
There are kids who are absolutely now fighting against each other and keeping, like, they're trying to fight each other, it seems, over their candy. Like, and anybody who wants to can make me a brainy roll, but of 12.
We are
A
playing
what
babies.
roll?
A brainy roll.
A brains roll, perhaps?
Brains, yes. Sorry. Whatever.
Are you
Shut up.
combining brain and brawn?
No, just babies and broadsorting.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh yeah,
whatever.
it's just a different game. I'm just making fun of Aaryn. It's fine.
You said at least
I'm being a bully. I'm sorry.
12.
I got exactly 12.
Okay.
Brains.
Need to figure out which one's the right dice.
It's pretty smart for Colton. He got a 4.
Wow.
You can take an adversity token for that.
Literally the best he can ever do.
Well, then it explodes and you can roll again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hey, that's true. I always forget about that because it never happens. I rolled another 4.
Then
Can I
it
roll it
explodes
again?
and
Oh
you
my
get to go
god.
again.
Colton, he's very
And
smart
do
today.
this.
Christ. Okay. Okay, well that's a 1. That's fair. Alright, so you got a 9 total.
So you didn't fail as badly.
That
Did he
was
fail?
such.
Wait, no, it was
Yes,
13 still.
He still failed.
But it's
But that
less
was
of a
such
failure.
big brain energy for Colton.
He saw
So
through time for a second, and then he was like, "Oh, it's all gone." Never mind.
2 brain
I
cells rubbed
failed.
together temporarily.
I failed that roll.
Okay, so
No,
people
I got
who
a 10.
failed it get a adversity token. But Mick, as you're looking around, you start to notice that the kids do not look all right. Their
The
eyes
kids
are pretty glazed over, and they are kind of like slack-jawed and just kind of
They've got the
Really?
reefer madness.
Oh my god.
they're looking not great, and they are fighting with each other. They're not doing the fighting smartly. They're just throwing patio chairs in front of each other and then like
Pretty smart. That's an improvised weapon, Aaryn. Give them
well,
credit.
okay, here's the thing.
Think schoolyard snowball fight?
But with laundry.
Here's the thing. Is that at the library you saw them using more effective strategies, right? You saw them stealing papers so that one of them could steal and they were working together. No more. This is
More chaos
every
now.
man for himself. This
And they're
is
going for the. Are they going in and out of the fort, or what's the purpose of the fort?
well, the fort is got one kid who is trying to hide their candy from other people, but like everybody's coming to try and get their candy, and it's not working out for them. It is.
Oh, there's one kid in the fort?
Yeah, well, maybe 1 or 2, but they're mostly working separately, and alliances have broken down at this point.
Yeah, I think
Here,
Mick's
man.
gonna like just be like, everybody huddle up. There's something not right here. And he's like totally trying to do a football huddle, which he's never been in. At this point, he's seen them on TV.
It's a crouch down.
Yeah. Like there's something not right with those kids. Like it's not just a sugar rush. Look at their eyes.
Has anyone eaten any candy tonight?
I've been eating candy tonight. I feel
Oh,
great.
you have?
Yeah.
Hey, Claire, what candy
I've
have
said
you
that.
eaten?
I've said that a few times. I
Yeah.
had some of the mini joyful almonds,
Okay.
and I had some Ruby's peanut butter squares.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Squares?
I had some Twazzlers.
Good. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did you have any
What
Twonkies
Aaron's
in there?
really asking is, have you had the Millennium Chocolate?
I have.
No, we
I
haven't.
am
We haven't
asking
gotten
that.
any of those yet, right?
You've
Yeah,
gotten
we have.
you've gotten
We have
one.
one.
At
Okay.
the start, there was none.
Has-
of
No,
the
I haven't
second
opened that one yet. I'm saving
Has
that one
Claire-
for later.
Has Claire had any Twonkies tonight?
No, I haven't seen
No.
any Twonkies yet.
Not
I
good
only
enough.
got a large size joyful almond at that one house, but that was it so far, unfortunately. So nothing
Yep.
fancy like the Twonkies.
Okay, so you're fine. You let me know if you break into that Millennium Chocolate at all.
Okay.
Totally
I'm
gonna
saving that one
happen.
for later. Me and D.N.A are gonna share it.
I mean, that's meta, guys. You don't know about this, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah,
it's the special one. Yeah, it's the only one we got. Yeah, save it.
So yeah, make like after pointing out their eyes and how there's just not something right. Do the kids in the fort, do they look feral as well, or do they look normal?
No, they all look feral at this point.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say let's go like help the kids in the fort, but no, we'll just go.
No, they're all lost.
Yeah. I mean, we should still help them in some way. I don't know how.
At this point, when you get to the bistro, another kid has taken the booth that the people were in, has turned it on its side, is also using it for cover. The decorations, you don't see at this point.
Okay.
Well, maybe we should like get these kids like out of here.
Yeah, is there
We should
any
just
adults
leave.
nearby?
There's no decorations.
Walking?
Yeah, I'm kind of with D.N.A on that one. Maybe we should just go find the other decorations and get out of here. These kids are not.
But what about the adults here?
There are no adults to be seen.
I think that maybe
if they were here, they're not anymore.
And maybe try and find somebody that we can ask about, or I don't know.
Don't make any sudden moves.
Yeah, so how are you how are we getting away without drawing any attention?
Probably very brainy, like using strategy.
Okay. I'm gonna say, because you keep having it, that this is a snap. You guys have to kind of do it quickly, so you can't just not roll. But it is only a 8 to get away.
What?
And it's flight?
No, it's a brains.
15.
Brainy to run away.
Snap, do it again.
Oh well, no. If you want to use flight too, I just know that Mick here wanted to use brains, he keeps
wildly succeeded.
Okay.
What is
so you are able
decision
to
do
point
again?
out. You're able to point out to everybody else where they need to go, but then anybody else who wants to use a different ability, you just have kind of like a lower difficulty because Mick was able to point out.
Yeah, and snap just means that like you can't give other people your adversity tokens, right?
And you don't get to choose what you roll usually for a snap decision.
Oh yeah, but I am gonna let you do that. I just didn't want. I didn't want Rick.
This
to
is
not
Aaron's
roll
choice,
again.
just so you know, not yours.
This is me saying, Rick, no more. Can you avoid rolling for me?
Now that you're making me roll, I have to
so it's
actually
an 8 for brains. Is that what you said?
Yeah, but or you can use something else.
Okay, then I pass my brains roll.
Okay, so you're good to get away. You don't draw any more attention, which actually I would have lowered it down because Mick had already kind of helped you guys. So, if you want to use flight or brains, I'm good with either for the other two, but now you only have to hit a 6 since your two friends have helped.
Well, I already rolled. I used charm, and I got a 17. So
perfect.
I actually like kind of am hamming it up quite a bit, but I'm like pretending to be these crazy kids. You know, like in the zombie shows where they like cover themselves in blood to like blend into the zombies, and it's like it works super well. That's me. So I'm like acting all crazy and like running around and like picking up a lawn chair and then like setting it down again. But all while like kind of like walking outside of the group of kids.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Like rubbing chocolate on her face.
Yeah.
And Colton, what are you rolling?
I'm going to roll flight, but I would like to argue that if I'm just like straight running away, that I have the skilled at ability when I am skilled at football, and football includes running.
I'm down with it.
I've seen them do it. So so what that means is if the difficulty is 9 or less, I automatically succeed. So.
It's 6, so you are good.
Good. Yep. Colton runs. He's okay at it.
Mick just pulls out a book and is like writing down what Colton did.
Ran.
But like the whip.
Get closer across the street. The hospital is the next stop with a thing, and this is a very different situation because there are police cars there. There are lots of adults. Like, this was a very well thing. It seems that the more feral children are not approaching this one. So this one seems to be a little bit more in order and approachable for people who are not quite chocolate zombies.
What? Chocolate zombies? Who's that? Colton wants to approach an adult and report the bad things that are happening.
Absolutely.
Is there
So
like
what do you
a
say?
hospital staff, maybe? Like that?
Yeah, there's hospital staff. There's obviously like security guards. I think that's probably what it is more than like actual cops. They're like
Rent-a-cops.
Yeah, the hospital rent-a-cops. You know, there are just a lot of adults in this area, and they're the chocolate people in their little booth.
He doesn't want to. They looked all weird and crazy, so his first thought is like, I don't know, maybe they're sick. And so he's gonna approach hospital staff first and just be like, hey, there's like a bunch of kids over at the bistro that are just going absolutely mad. I don't know if there's something wrong with the candy or if there's just a, group hallucination or what, but I think that maybe somebody should go look at that. You ever heard of Dancing Plague?
And the hospital staff is like, yeah, we really were wondering if they offered candy and money to children that we wouldn't have a situation on our hands.
Yeah, really should have been better organized.
And so, yeah, I can take a couple staff over and try and figure that out. Thanks for telling me, Colton. You're such a good boy.
Of course, Susie. It's always good to see you. I mean, happy Halloween. I'm sorry it's such a mess.
Absolutely. All you other kids that I don't know as well as Colton, because you are not the golden boys of this town, have a wonderful day as I go over here.
Mick wants to go up to the chocolate people.
Can I ask an out of character question?
Absolutely.
Out of character loose, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
When Colton got Mick out of that pile of kids, was Mick injured?
No.
Or was his costume just
his costume was must.
Okay.
We don't know that this is like zombie rules where if it's
it's good to figure it out, isn't it? Let's start. Everyone must report bites.
Mick just looks
He's that
so
guy.
much like Brendan Fraser at the end of The Mummy. Like, it's just a really good look for him, and like you're just, like
very good
kind
look
of
for everybody.
You're kind of impressed. If you've seen The Mummy, you're like, wow, your makeup looks great. It looks perfect. Like, could win a contest right now, buddy.
Yeah.
But
The Mummy,
no injuries.
The Mummy is just the ultimate bisexual movie.
It is.
Of the 90s.
But, sorry, you were saying something, Rick.
I've lost my train of thought.
So a couple people from the hospital make their way over, trying to, they take some water bottles and some ice packs and some, first aid, and they're like, we're gonna go calm these children down, give them a, not a juice box, but we're gonna settle this somehow, put them on timeout, whatever we have to do.
And their parents.
You've noticed that the little kids are gone. They have not stuck around for this. The only kids that are out are your ages and older, like high school kids.
Competition is tough now.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out.
But as you approach the hospital, do you guys want to do the crossword puzzle? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, as well, right?
Yeah, is there a werewolf?
There is, in fact, a werewolf. There is
or a coffin.
There is a coffin as well. Under the werewolf is an E.
There's so many E's.
So many E's.
Okay.
And under the coffin is an M.
Okay, so just to be clear, we have a N as in Nancy, an E as in Echo, R as in Romeo, O as in Oscar, and then 2 more E's, and then an M as in Nancy.
Yep. Nancy? Sure.
Probably too old for you, sorry.
Super common.
So, okay, question for D.N.A. Do you have like a little notebook? Like, are you writing these down or something? Or is Claire doing it, maybe?
Well, Claire actually like physically has the notebook out, but
okay.
Claire like has it in her brain. D.N.A. has it in her brain.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So I'm like showing it to you, and I'm like, you're usually really good with like words and letters. Does this look like anything to you yet? Because I'm really confused.
And I just kind of stop and I look at it, and I'm like, well, E is the most common letter in the English language, so.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I'm not surprised that we have 5 E's or 4 E's, but
only 3
I
so
don't
far.
think that it's. I don't think we have enough consonants to make this a word yet.
Yeah, and we're not gonna use all the E's probably, so there's that too. Yeah, this is the most exciting Halloween I think I've ever had. Usually Colton just takes me like 3 or 4 blocks down the neighborhood, and then we go home and I like watch like Hocus Pocus or something. But this has been really fun.
I'm tired.
I don't get tired, Colton. Okay.
It
sure. Just gets
let me know
late,
if you,
and we have to go home.
Need a piggyback ride or whatever.
I'm too big for that.
The candy reps also offer you your fancy Millennium bars and say, here guys.
2.
Yeah.
Ooh. Now we have 2. Now I'm tempted to try one.
Yeah, right.
D.N.A, do you wanna try a piece of this with me? See what all the fuss is about?
Hey, before we get too far into that, we've been going for a while. Do we want to take a break?
I was about to say that.
Oh, hey!
Dun, dun, dun.
So we're going to have a quick
yet.
break to get some water and bio breaks, and we'll be back with you guys.
More candy.
In a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta go scavenge out some candy. I'm like jealous watching you idiots. Pretty find some.
Definitely eating
I think
too
I have
much.
a Reese's somewhere.
Yeah.
And we're back. Perhaps.
Huzzah!
I don't know.
Right now.
I think we are.
Okay.
Oh, I can see the hat better. I saw the top of it for a second. Very nice. Ooh. What a good hat. I need to get a good hat. Anyway, sorry.
Fine.
I do like the blur effect, though. Like, it actually makes it extra spooky.
It was
Yeah.
very scoop. Yeah.
All right, guys. So you have grabbed your Millennium chocolate from the hospital and have abandoned the bistro clue. So
I feel like I heard the gal pals were gonna try this Millennium chocolate, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you did ask me that.
I said, do you want a piece?
So I have never actually had chocolate. So I would be more comfortable if we didn't do this while we were out and about.
Nick's gonna be like, y'all.
It's
I
just
mean,
chocolate. Come on, D.N.A. There's nothing to worry about. Chocolate's
I
really
don't
yummy,
know,
actually.
guys.
Chocolate's the hard stuff.
Nick's like,
Anything with caffeine.
Oh,
Anything
gotcha.
with caffeine.
Nick's like, I'll split it with you if she won't.
Well, I just wanted to try a piece. I mean, we don't have to get crazy here.
Well, we all have 2 bars, right? We can try it.
Yeah.
I can't say that Colton would be smart enough.
I'll break off like a whole row for Mick. Like, the 3, it's like 3 bars in one row.
Yeah, it's like a little...
Yeah.
Like the Schmercies bars.
I was gonna say, this Reese's is square because of the way it melted into this wrapper. So that's very funny, actually.
Very on brand.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so who is taking some chocolate?
I am
Me.
not.
Mick is doing drugs, yes.
Okay, absolutely.
You
It's
try
not
one
peer
if I
pressure,
don't
it's
like
just
it.
your turn.
Yeah.
And you know what's really cool is this is one that none of us have ever tried before, so we're all doing it at the same time.
We're all doing it at the same time.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
Everyone
We're
knows.
doing chocolate.
Everyone knows. Everyone try the same new drug at the same time. That's the safest.
Yeah,
It's not.
absolutely.
You got a good control group, wait.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, so Snap, anybody who is taking a bite of the chocolate bar, I would like you to please roll me a grit roll of 10. And it's Snap, so you can't use your what's it called?
You can't
Adversity
give
tokens.
other people your adversity
Yes.
tokens. You can use it yourself, right?
Yes,
You
yes.
can use your own still?
But you can't do the half thing.
Right.
And how many do adversity tokens equal? 3?
You have 3 to start with, unless
But
but
then
you
just
have an
plus one.
extra.
Yeah.
For
your
each one you
dad
spend.
jokes. What?
Okay, well, I'm not gonna make it even with my adversity tokens, so.
Well, what was
Same.
the goal?
10.
10.
10? I mean, I'm gonna roll and try because it might explode 3 times.
Rolled,
Yeah.
I failed.
Oh no, I got a 1. Never mind.
Okay.
Me
You got
too,
a
I also
5.
got a 1.
Okay, guys. So
DNA's gotta solve the zombie problem.
everyone but
No, but
DNA.
She's so spooked that her dad was on the steps of that church. She is still so spooked.
You have an overwhelming desire to eat the chocolate, the Millennium chocolate that you have.
Okay, yummy.
And
This is
so-
really good.
Yeah.
Eat
So,
all of them?
yeah, if you and we're gonna keep on rolling for them unless you stop yourself somehow, which you'd have to tell me.
I'm gonna keep eating them. I like candy.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, Mick's gonna try to just eat the 3.
Okay. And try not to eat the last one. How are you trying not to eat the last one?
Sheer grit.
No, that's my
3.
word skill.
That's what Colton's gonna do. It's
I
just
feel
like,
like-
that's enough. That I can't have too much chocolate. It'll
Yeah, I
ruin
feel
my
like-
sports.
I feel like Mick. Mick is trying to intellectually kind of come to the same conclusion of, no, I need to think about my macros for lifting.
Can I actually say that's a brawn for me?
Yeah, you can. And to stop yourself from eating the second bar, give me a 10 brains, but you gotta roll it.
Mine is brawn, right? I can
Yeah.
do brawn. Okay, so I got a 12.
Okay.
I got a 20.
So you guys
Ooh.
stop at your first bar and don't eat anymore. But Claire was going for it, right?
For the muscles, for the gains,
For sure.
Mick.
Okay. So, and DNA, you were highly observant. You noticed the glaze come over Claire's eyes as she starts.
Chocolate is really yummy.
Yeah, she is. The
Yeah,
other
chocolate
two
ice
just
cream.
really want it and are really concentrating on not eating the rest of it. But Kayla's asking the others for their chocolate bars and
Claire's chocolate wasted.
yeah,
Did
definitely.
you get in
chocolate
Dad's
wasted.
cabinet again? Oh my God, Claire.
And-
That's not the right kind of chocolate.
So DNA is super protective of Claire because Claire is her only friend, and so she's super observant of Claire.
Yeah.
So she knows immediately, she notices the change in body language immediately.
hmm
And I'm still eating it. Do I need to roll again?
If you were just gonna do it, you're gonna eat what you have, and if you're gonna try and get any from your friends, let me know. Because you really want chocolate.
Well, I do want to try and get them from my friends. If I really want that bad, I think so.
How would you just give her the chocolate bar? He's not gonna say no to Claire. He's like, here. He's an idiot.
Mick probably also really wants the chocolate.
Yeah, but he already resisted for his game.
The boys resisted. Yeah. So they really are able to give.
And it doesn't take much, I'm sure, but I would just be like, it looks like you guys don't really want to eat the rest of your chocolate, and since it's like already unwrapped, you should probably just let me finish it for you, because otherwise it'll go stale, and we don't want to waste it. Think about other kids that don't get chocolate on Halloween. You should let me eat it for you.
Yeah, Mick is like kind of in it first, you know, because he saw the feral kids and can tell that something's a little bit off. But he's just like, here, I guess.
Claire?
Sure, of course.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I feel really good. Actually, this chocolate is so yummy. I can't believe you don't want to try any D.N.A. Are you sure? I'll hand you another piece.
Are you sure you're feeling okay?
I think so, right, Aaryn?
Yeah, so you've eaten 2 bars, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now, anytime you roll a stat, all stats you're -2 on.
Ouchies.
-2.
2 bars. The 2 of you who ate 1 bar get a -1.
Not dag.
And D.N.A, you're good to go. You're regular.
She's regular.
Because she didn't eat the chocolate. Who says we can't make poop jokes in every game, guys?
We'll get around to it. You're welcome, Jason. That's for you. Just clip this little bit out for you.
Yeah, he doesn't even like us enough to be here.
Well,
yeah, I know, lame.
I just, I'm only asking Claire because you said you were only gonna try a piece, and you've inhaled at least 2, if not 3 full chocolate bars by now.
Whoa, really? Oh, Claire.
I didn't even notice.
Well, we gotta slow down with that. That's too much.
If Colton and Mick also gave you their chocolate bars.
Well, they helped me. I mean, it's not like I ate them by myself. I mean, gosh.
For right now, we're gonna keep Claire at a -2. But if she manages to get any more, she's going down another.
Didn't they both say that they gave her their other chocolate bars?
Mick and Colton gave theirs away.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, did you eat those ones?
Just the 2, I think.
Okay.
Well, because you had 2, and then we each gave you at least 1.
Oh my god, why would you do that?
Because why would I say no to Claire?
I started unwrapping the 3rd one then.
Oh, well, Claire, no, so Colton hears, D.N.A talking about, like, how much she's already eaten, and, Colton's like, oh, hey, can we wait? Like, let's just take a break, and then you can have more later if you still want some, okay?
Okay.
You just gotta slow down. That's too much chocolate.
Yeah, I'm having so much fun, Colton. This is really fun. Thanks for taking me.
Of course, yeah.
So, Claire, not Claire, sorry. D.N.A reaches into her backpack, and in her bag, with her, she has a bottle of water, and she hands it to Claire, being like, you need to have some water. Like, I don't know if you're dehydrated, I don't know what's up, but you don't feel like you.
When's the last hydration check for everyone?
Oh, yeah.
Good call. Spend those points.
No, that's just calling a verbal.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah,
I just like to imagine. I just imagine Claire with like the people who chug it and like crush it at the same time.
Oh yeah.
When smushes the bag of it. It's one of those little weak Nestle bottles, you know.
Thanks, D.N.A. It was way thirstier than I thought I was.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Okay. And like, D.N.A keeps like touching Claire's face, which isn't abnormal, but it's like kind of weird. It's not abnormal for them, but it's kind of weird for a bystander. And so the guys kind of notice, and they're like, "What is she doing?"
And Claire's like, Do you mind at all?
Claire
You're
just thinks
kind
I'm
of
playing
like
with her face. Claire just thinks I'm going like this.
Yeah. Wow, that feels really
All
good,
right,
actually.
well. You guys all right? Are you dizzy?
Oh, I feel really good. Can we keep trick-or-treating? I think we have a few
Just
more
one more
hours.
stop, right?
Yeah.
Claire could do this all night.
Yeah, I mean,
I
there are
hope we get
so
some
many
more of
houses
those-
between you and the
those chocolate
school.
bars. These chocolate bars are really fancy. They're like super good quality, and I don't know, they must put some kind of new ingredient in them because they're like the best chocolate I've ever tasted. Like nothing's ever tasted this before.
So Claire is like going off
Pretty
at like
good.
1,000
Yeah.
miles an hour, not stopping, and so
Yeah. Claire is chocolate high
D.N.A.
for
is
sure.
D.N.A.
You
is
guys-
like agreeing to continue because she doesn't want to leave Claire, but she's like this feels wrong. Like
This is
something
Weird.
feels
Something's
wrong.
weird.
Yeah, like Colton, you probably at least at your age have seen people who are high. I don't know if the rest of you have, but you recognize the symbols you recognize the signals that Claire is acting like she is intoxicated.
Oh,
I mean,
you let your 12-year-old
with my-
sister get intoxicated?
Is
I'm
furious.
What's mom gonna say?
Like, he is so mad that someone would do that to a child. And so he's just like, if that like clicks for him right away, then he's like putting his hand on Claire's shoulder. He's like, "Hey Claire, maybe we could just pop on over to the hospital, you know, like on the way. Like we were just over there, and
We just
we
went
could just."
there, though, Colton. We don't,
I know,
the
but you're
hospital's not
like-
the next stop.
Hey Claire, you're
I'm
not
okay.
acting normal, and
No,
I
I'm
just
okay.
I really need you to like talk to an adult real quick, and then we can hit the last stop.
Yes, we were just there though. We're running out of time.
I'm sure there's not a lot of kids that walked all the way out to the school anyway, especially
Also-
with everything going on.
Also, two of us brought bikes, and I'm sure that Mick probably has the little pegs on there because, you know, it's a cool thing, and it's 1999.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can like pop on over there super quick, and then we'll be right back.
Oh, can I ride on your handlebars?
Of course you can.
Fun! Let's go!
Okay.
So if you kind of backtrack just to where you were at the hospital.
Getting serious now, yikes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we gotta go to the hospital. I don't know what
You're
else
like-
to do. There's a child that might be high. As far as a
Ate
15-year-old,
two
he's like,
candy
I gotta
bars.
get her to a hospital. Like,
Colton's
I
been to
don't
dare
want to tell
class.
my parents yet
Very
that, oh god.
responsible.
Yeah.
Colton has had dare class. You know that marijuana is a gateway drug.
Anyway, watch out, kids.
Everybody knows that parents are putting drugs in the candies.
So,
in the 90s.
Yeah.
DNA was
Yeah.
actually not
That's-
allowed into dare class. So she,
You'll just
the
give her how to
only
make.
thing that she knows is that Claire is not herself, and the only difference between now and 10 minutes ago is that chocolate. And so she thinks it's the caffeine. She's like, wait a minute, were my parents right about caffeine?
We're right
She's
all
having
along.
this existential
My God.
crisis.
Oh my god.
There's
I
like
mean-
barely
Dark
any
side.
caffeine in chocolate.
I mean, Aaryn, obviously this is up to you, but I have had like 2 pretty high brain rolls related to the chocolate. Would I have figured out that is like that specific chocolate bar is what's doing it?
I think that you could say, like, Claire made a big deal about how she wanted to try this chocolate, and then you all sort of had to have these willpower moments to
Right.
avoid eating all the chocolate and going completely feral. I would say that you don't know what is going on exactly with the chemical composition of the
Right.
chocolate, but you understand that the chocolate is negatively impacting you.
I don't magically know the exact chemical formula for what's going on.
No.
What? Aaryn? God, you were like
Oh, and
such
the
Oh,
only reason DNA knows that there is caffeine in chocolate is because caffeine was like not allowed in her household. So like the first time she tried to
Why
get
you're
like
chocolate. Yeah.
Easter chocolate as a gift or something like that, like her parents went
So-
off about it and how caffeine was a gateway drug and all of this
So-
stuff.
Mick would while we're going to the hospital, Mick would try to get the Millennium Bars from the others, like especially Claire. If they're, I think they're still. Like,
roll me a sleight of hand.
Make
those chocolates.
Let's charm your way out of the chocolate. Get them charmed out of these people's hands.
Okay.
D.N.A. has 2 bars. Claire has part of yours.
I have 2.
Yeah, I was gonna go for Claire's while distracted, and then I was gonna talk to the others because I don't think the others will be that difficult to convince.
I think that Claire is the easiest. So a charm roll to get it from Claire is like a 4.
Okay, this is my D8, so we'll see.
This is my chocolate.
That's an 8.
Hey, yeah, she's probably
yeah.
But I mean, she's distracted by the adults, so you know.
That's fair.
We're not to the adults yet, are we?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like when we get there, because we just came from there. We're not super far away.
We used our bikes.
So as you go to the hospital, Colton, what do you say to the adults to get them to take you seriously? Because you're like, my sister is addicted to chocolate. Like, what?
My sister's high on chocolate.
I think, yeah, he's gonna like hold out his hand and be like, let's go talk to the adults. Come on. You gonna take his hand?
Yeah, I guess. Okay,
Ooh.
wait. D.N.A, wait. You should wait for me. You and Mick can hang out and wait, and I'll be back. Okay?
Maybe
we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, okay?
Maybe Mick is like, hey, Claire, can I hold your bag while you're like that way I can keep it safe?
I guess. What if I need more candy while I'm in there?
I mean, I've got it safe here.
Yeah,
and I've got it safe here to make sure those feral kids don't take it.
Yeah, don't let them take it from me.
Perfect, and that's where your charm roll was.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Claire told D.N.A to not go with her, so she was originally like following her like a shadow, and so she takes like this aborted step, and then she's just like standing there like has no idea how to interact with Rick, Mick. We'll get your name right eventually before the end of the game.
Whoever that guy is.
That's why you don't name your character something that rhymes with your own name.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
She's just kind of like standing there, and because one of her strengths is unassuming, she kind of just like blends into the like surroundingness.
She looks like
no one really notices she's there. She's purposely trying to not be obtrusive.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of adults, and she doesn't trust adults.
Yeah, one of them could know your parents.
There's a lot of police officers, a lot of people that are potentially related to members of her church or her parents' church.
D.N.A just becomes the background.
I am just background right now.
D.N.A is just yet another black cat sculpture on the lawn.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So Colton, a triage person at the front desk wants to know what's going on. What do you need?
I don't really understand what's happening, but my little sister here is acting really strange, and it's scary to me.
I think Mick would have passed along about the Millennium Bars, like at least kind of quietly when Claire wasn't listening.
To me?
That like, is
okay.
potentially what's going on.
I don't know if he would have told an adult, though. I think he just wants to, like, get the information across that, like, there's a kid acting weird, and I need help because I'm 15, so.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so they, believe it or not, it's not that busy on Halloween night yet. Although I feel like that is a dumb mistake that I've made, but like they are able to take Claire back and like do some reflex tests on her and have her follow their finger, and they're like her reflexes are a little slowed, and you know maybe she got into like her everything's sluggish, her pupils are dilated, and they're like have her do like a breathalyzer test to see if she's drunk, and she's not.
Thank God! Oh my God!
Jeez.
Well, what else? I mean, like the doctors are like, chocolate. Come on, kids. But they're like, okay. You know, did you eat anything that was homemade, or, you know, eat anything that was?
No, but I mean, everyone's been eating these Millennium bars, and everyone's been acting really weird. So I don't know, and that's the only new thing around here, right? Maybe we should tell everybody not to eat them?
It's stupid, Colton. Why would you do that? Also, you
What,
had
Claire?
some, and Mick had some.
We just had a
fine.
little bit. Okay, but
A little bit
then
of
I
drug.
stopped.
When you do that, the doctor wants to look at
Not-
your
yeah.
reflexes and your pupils, and you're not as sluggish as Claire is, and so they're like, I guess that's fine. And they're like, okay, well, maybe
Look at all my
Claire.
permanent record.
They say maybe Claire is allergic to something in there. Like, I don't think there's anything to be concerned about. If she's not feeling better tomorrow, you know, drink lots of water. If you have trouble breathing, obviously, you know, come back to the hospital. It's probably an allergic reaction. And they let you go, and they're like, you know, come back if there's anything more serious, but she should be fine. Just don't eat any more of that Millennium chocolate, young lady.
That's chocolate! And I have so many.
Typical hospital. Come back if you're dead.
Yeah.
Take some Tylenol, sleep it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, Colton doesn't have their insurance card, so like you're lucky that they even talked to you, really.
That's fair. They have to look our name up.
So what are you guys doing next?
I mean, Mick has thrown away the Millennium chocolate.
Okay.
Oh.
But obviously while you guys were in the hospital, so
Yeah.
like, you know.
D.N.A. would have seen you. Did you do anything to stop him throwing away the chocolate?
Oh, in fact, I probably would have shown him the trick of opening and closing the chocolate again without it looking like it had been opened at all.
Oh, so just the wrappers are still
So
there.
the wrapper is still there, so Claire doesn't lose her shit.
That's evil.
But I've been sneaking around my parents for 12 years at this point. Like,
Gotcha.
Chocolate gremlins.
Science.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for those chocolate gremlins.
So Claire has only wrappers of chocolate of the Millennium bars.
look unopened.
Perfect. Where are you guys headed next?
I think the high school, right?
High school.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like, as soon as they come out, D.N.A. is immediately asking Claire, like, 1,000 questions.
Yeah, and Claire's like just answering them as best as she can. You know,
Rapid fire.
probably not like
Meanwhile-
piecing it together very well.
Meanwhile, as soon, like, once she figures out that they kind of are just like, oh, you're probably allergic, she rounds on Colton and is like, allergic? I'm sorry, have you ever seen an allergic reaction? For God's sake, Colton, you're 15. Like, she goes off on him.
I didn't
Whoa.
diagnose her.
So,
The doctors probably know better than.
you know your sister better than probably even I do, and that's saying something. Are you telling me that this is an allergic reaction?
Well, it doesn't matter if it is or isn't. They're not gonna see her either way. We need to figure out what it is.
And she just takes this very deep breath, and like you can see that it's just like she wants to drag Claire back into that hospital and start yelling at some doctors, which is part of why she
Waste
doesn't get on
time.
great with adults.
Adults.
Mm-hmm.
It is
Claire
very
just kind of
headstrong.
like leans on D.N.A. and like puts her arm around her shoulder, and she's like, "Okay, D.N.A. let's keep going. Let's go get some more candy. Isn't it so fun? Don't you love trick or treating?"
So you guys notice as you leave the hospital that all, you spent a little bit of time there. It's past 8 o'clock now, and all the lights have been turned off. Like all of them are like all the houses on your way.
99? Impossible. No.
They're all turned off. It's like it's been crazy and a hellscape out there or something.
What? No. Unacceptable, Aaryn. Look.
So as you walk down this absolutely deserted and dark street, you just see like tumbleweeds of Millennium Bar wrappers like going across the street as they roll on past, and it's like a wasteland of Halloween Town.
Meanwhile, Mick and I make eye contact, and we just walk straight again. We just look at each other, like, we briefly glance, and then just keep walking. Like, we don't say anything.
Mick has no idea what this look means. He's just like, okay. And he looks at Colton and is like, what was...
Okay, guys. He wants to try and bring the two of you in with, like, Claire trailing behind, talking nonsense about candy, I suppose?
Yeah.
Where's Claire?
No.
He's trying to, like, exclude her about being super...
D.N.A. is going to be glued to Claire's side.
Okay, well, he wants to try and, like, talk to you without alerting Claire. Can he try and, like...
You could dance naked in front of Claire right now, and she would not respond.
Like,
Probably true.
Because we're all
let's not
minors.
do that. And also, that's my brother.
Yeah. For like basically a charm roll of 4, because we established that's what you need to fool Claire. You can say anything that didn't get her attention.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 16.
Perfect.
My charm is a d20, so...
Yeah, because
That was
you're the golden boy of town.
Very charming boy. And he's just a... Okay. So... The adult route didn't work. So we need to figure out what to do next. Where are we going? We obviously... She's not gonna help, I guess. And I'm really worried about her. And I don't really know where to go from here.
It's really dark out here.
Maybe we should just go home and tell...
I mean, we're so
Tell our
close.
parents.
The school's like right over there.
Okay, but if
I
you
mean,
see
if-
her grab any chocolate, we have to stop her from eating it.
Oh no, she's not
Well,
gonna
just the Millennium chocolate. She could have regular chocolate, right?
Oh, maybe
We
we can
don't
do
know.
a swap.
Yeah, no, I thought I told
Okay,
you.
I have chocolate. Oh, I have chocolate that I brought from my house. I said that there's chocolate in the candy bags
You
already.
did.
Can I try and swap out her candy so that it's only the candy I know that's not tainted?
In her bag, there is no Millennium. There's
Yeah,
no more in
okay.
anybody's.
And
Okay, well, if she tries to grab candy from anywhere, I want to try and just like give her the good
The
candy.
known
Beauty.
chocolate. I get
The
you.
known chocolate, the
old
marks,
sleight of hand.
pieces, yeah. Sleight of hand to swap the candy.
So as you're walking by, what?
Sorry, don't you have to walk by the school to get to your house? Isn't that what you said in the
Yeah,
very
I guess it
beginning?
worked.
Yeah, I guess,
Road.
yeah.
Depends on which way we
Yeah,
went.
you're
but I think
right.
that was the direction we were
We'll just
going.
hit it really quick and then go home.
And you guys have all but one letter of your scavenger hunt. So,
Yeah.
although I don't think Claire's gonna be working out any riddles.
I could try.
Hey now. We'll figure it out.
So you guys go past, and there's like an apartment building that you go through or by, and also like if they were handing out candy, they've shut it down in this post millennium chocolate era of the town is like, what have we done? And you get to the school, and it is total chaos. This is where all the children have gone.
Oh God.
Because the last stop was actually in the high school gym, so you had to go in, and it's like they're all battling for chocolate in there. There are there are some adults still, but they're like hiding for cover. They're trying to, but you can definitely see where you were supposed to be able to go to take your scavenger hunt to, like, if you knew the code word. But things in this place, there are kids fighting other kids. You can see kids like wrestling Millennium bars out of other kids' hands, and like they're throwing punches. Things are getting wild. What are you guys doing?
I immediately latch my arms around Claire. She is not going anywhere that I am not also with her.
Claire, you see some Millennium bars. Any thoughts on that? Do you want to try and take some Millennium bars?
Yeah.
Oh, hey Claire, I got a joyous almond here. Do you want some?
No, I don't. I mean, no, I like the Millennium bars a lot. Those were like the best chocolate.
I know,
I've
but
ever
you've
had
had
in my
like
whole life.
8 tonight. I really think you should slow down on them.
Well, why does it matter if I have a joyful almond then? It's the same amount of chocolate.
No, a joyful almond has some fiber in it because of the coconut, so I really think that's gonna be better for you.
And protein with the almond.
Yeah, with the almond, see? Yeah, you know better. Come on.
No, I want a Millennium bar, Colton. Those are really freaking good.
So, you definitely...
So close.
Claire has been kind of like floppy head, and you see an abandoned Millennium bar on the floor that nobody else seems to be. It's probably got more than a few shoe prints on it, but, you know, you see it, and it's within diving distance.
I want to dive for it, even though I'm linked arms with D.N.A.
Right?
Oh, we're not linked arms. I am physically around your waist. I am like, my front is glued to your back.
Okay, so I'm going to have Claire and D.N.A do brawn rolls. And Claire, you also have a -2 to everything.
Yeah. Sure
But it's gonna be kind of an opposed roll, so let's see what you guys get.
8 minus 2, 6.
Okay.
I got a 7.
Okay, so you definitely see what's coming, and she kind of like dips you, but you're able to pull her back straight. So she is not able to get to that bar.
Hey, let me go!
Yeah, but she sees it, you know what she wants, she's trying to fight you for it. Sorry, I just hit my mic.
I also kind of picture D.N.A as probably being like a couple of inches taller than she is.
Yeah, you got your growth
Claire?
spurt already.
So,
growth spurt.
and because she's just one of those people where her head is on a constant swivel, yeah, I feel like she can read Claire's body language like a book. She knows it's gonna happen.
I just have this mental image of Claire, like, cartoon, just flailing all 4 limbs trying to get this chocolate.
And there's, like, this goth skeleton standing behind her. Yup, that's exactly what it looks like.
So where are you guys headed in this chaos? Because there are literally just kids fighting over chocolate. Are you trying to make your way to the booth where you would have turned in your thing?
Does it seem like the booth is intact?
Is there anything
You
left?
see, like, near it, an adult's trying to hide for cover, like, trying to, like, huddle behind it, but trying, like, they have given up any pretense of that they were trying to give out savings bonds. These kids are feral for chocolate only.
I think I want to go over there and, like, maybe get a better, I don't know, vantage point, potentially, of the chaos from the safety of this booth.
That's like
I'm
a
trying
table.
I'm trying to physically drag Claire out of this gym because I don't want her anywhere near this candy.
Okay, so are we splitting
Oh
up?
goodness.
Because
I don't know.
Mick's trying to go further in. D.N.A's trying to take Claire out. Colton, what are you doing?
He agrees that we should leave the gym, so he's just like, yeah, get her out of here, and he's gonna go after Mick.
Yeah, and I think Mick's gonna be like, hey, maybe we can, like, we'll talk to the adult, and maybe we can use this table to, like, herd the kids out.
Where? Why is outside better? I don't know what to do except that we need to get out of here as quick as possible. Do we really need this clue, or
you know, if not to get them out, at least like maybe it'll clear a path for us.
Maybe.
Right, but you just went further in on purpose.
I mean,
we're here for a scavenger hunt. Why would I not finish it?
There's $100 on the line.
$100 in 3 years.
Let's just see if we can find the table. Maybe we'll find out more about the chocolate anyway.
Yeah, I mean, Mick had already spotted it, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna say that D.N.A is really shuffling. Like, you only had one more bronze than Claire, so it's taken you a while to kind of get her toward the exit. Mm-hmm. And the boys then are trying to go more with the crowd and avoid the fighting feral children as they go toward the table. So you find yourself there pretty quickly and find a grown-ass man huddling under a table.
Grown-ass man.
Trying to, like, shield his head from these children who are throwing anything that they have at each other to try and take their candy.
Get a hold of yourself, son.
Oh, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So, because protective is one of my skills, I can add +3 when defending one of my friends. Does this count as defending her?
Yeah, I mean, you're defending her, I guess, from herself, kind of.
Okay.
But you already succeeded. I just think it's awkward to try and get her to move. So it's like, I think you're winning the fight. Like,
okay, gotcha.
No, there's no, you win. It's just that it's a slow, kind of awkward, crawl to the exit. Yeah.
It's not like a million children in this gym, right?
Exactly. But you are the one who you have overpowered Claire. But it's just taking you a while. Gotcha. So you are not exiting yet.
D.N.A is like tall and like greedy, and Claire is like short and stout.
Aww.
She hasn't had a growth spurt yet.
Anyway.
Dwarves are natural sprinters.
That's my line.
That's for next week.
Yeah. So you come to the grown-ass man who's huddled under the table, trying to shield his head with like half of a cardboard box that he still has from his candy bars. And what are you guys saying to him?
Does he by any chance have like a name tag that may or may not say Jason on it?
It definitely says Millennium Chocolate Steve.
Steve.
See, I was going for Jason, but Steve works too.
Oh, sorry. I just used my husband's name. It's fine.
Steve Jason is his full name.
Jason. Steve Jason is like his full name, absolutely.
Colin's gonna like hold a hand out to Steve Jason and just like, let's get out of here. What? Like, do you need help?
No, I can't go back out there. These kids they're monsters. They're feral. They're chocolate zombies. I can't even handle it.
I feel like Mick would maybe make eye contact with Colton and just like kind of flex and be like, we can, like, trying to hint to him, like,
grab him.
We can show this dude, like, how tough we are.
Just try and scare him out of here.
No, to like help, so that we could like show this guy that we're strong and we could help him.
Okay. Sure. So
Like we'll keep this adult man safe. These two teenage boys.
Can I say that I want to make a charm roll with assistance because he's the one that likes to just in, and Colton's gonna be like, hey, like it's gonna be fine. There's 3 of us. We're big enough, and it's just a bunch of kids. We're gonna be okay, man.
Okay,
and
yeah. Charm, but it's
like,
because the situation is pretty dire. It's a 12.
Okay. Oh, Colton had to fail at some point, buddy. That
is there a way for any of us to help him?
You guys are really far away.
Yeah.
I do have assistance from my buddy, right?
Yeah.
Looking buff with me and looking calm and cool.
You let me know what you're doing, Mick, to get.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, I'm gonna try to puff myself up and look as tough as I can to be reassuring to this adult man that these 2 teenage boys can protect him from the children.
Okay.
And are you doing this with charm as well?
No, because I'm bad at it.
Could you say with maybe bronze or grit?
Yeah, I'm not great at grit.
Like,
I was gonna say
chill or yeah.
No, brown would probably be best. That's my D12.
Okay. So we're gonna say because that Colton helped, we'll bring it down to a 10.
Okay. Nope.
I was asking him to assist me, and which would just give me a +1. That's all it would do.
Okay, that's okay. We can do it that way.
Yeah,
that's good. I like that.
And then we would use my roll, which would be. I'm gonna spend some adversity tokens.
That's fine.
So that'll bring it up to just a 12. I'll spend 3.
Okay, 12 will work. That was what I asked for. So.
Yep. I rolled an 8. So.
Okay, so he's like, Steve Jason is like, if you guys are sure, I've been trying to get out of here forever. Like nobody even came and told me what the passcode was. They're just all after the chocolate.
Wait, so you don't even know how to get the prize?
No, I know what the thing is. I know what the code word is, but the kids have to tell me the password.
Steve Jason, tell us what the code is. We have to know.
If you want to live, tell us what the code is.
He's not going to give any more information than that, but I do want to try and make a charm roll to convince him to just blurt it out. Because it's a stupid contest as far as he's concerned.
You're already helping him, so it's only like a 9.
Okay, cool.
So charm the Steve Jason pants off.
All right, do it. That's a 12.
Okay. He's like, it's Nevermore.
Never. Oh, of course it is.
It's a Halloween scavenger hunt. Of course it. Anyway, let's get out of here.
Okay. Yeah, Mick's gonna grab because I think he said it's a folding table, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Mick's gonna grab one side of it and just put the flat end in front of us to make a little battering ram table.
Okay.
Nice. Split the children.
Yeah.
We will mow them down.
Okay, and with your previous brainy rolls or brains rolls, sorry, brains, gosh, dang it. We're gonna say that you were able to kind of create this flying V of table to get to rejoin Steve Jason to rejoin you and Dina and Claire as they are exiting the building. You do, as you guys get outside, and finally your ears are kind of adjusting because it was so loud inside the gym with all the reverberating voices and all the fighting. You hear a whole lot of sirens, and you hear somebody on a megaphone saying, "Please come out! Please, in an orderly fashion, we need to get you medical attention." And you see some army jeeps from the National Guard station, and they are there.
So quickly.
What? I'm sorry.
They're there to give. The people who you sent from the hospital were able to determine that there was something addictive in these chocolate bars, so they called. And they've got the National Guard from Wichita.
Wichita.
Man,
and they're there trying to corral the children, like every good zombie movie. But to hopefully
the back of a van.
I was gonna ask, like, if they couldn't get these children corralled, was the next option to nuke the town, like the classic zombie movie?
Oh God.
Yes, except that I wasn't killing children in this. However, you guys got some candy. You have a story that you have told, or that you can tell. You got no savings bonds.
We should get all of the savings bonds for that.
Yeah, I feel like there should be like a stack of them.
Okay, you talked to Steve Jason. You charmed Steve Jason into giving you some savings bonds. Let's see it. What do you say?
That's all you, Colton. You're the
Well, Steve Jason, I just think that, considering we saved your life and all, you were gonna get crushed under that table. Maybe just $100 in 3 years.
You poisoned your sister.
Yeah, also, I'm pretty sure your company poisoned my sister or something. I'm not really sure at this point.
Actually, when you pull out that his company poisoned him, he's like, sure, and he gives each of you 3 of the $100 in 3-year savings bonds. So like
in 3 years.
Yeah.
Great.
And he's like, but let's not mention anything about poisoning again, okay? Like, our lawyers will be in touch. It's we're just gonna follow the nice National Guard people here and get everything sorted out. And I'm not gonna say anything for plausible deniability.
As we walk away,
while Claire's still trying to get back into the gym to the candy.
Claire started to say something first.
Well, I was just gonna say to Colton as we were walking away that, hey Colton, do you think, our daddy's lawyer knows that guy's lawyer?
Oh no, but we're gonna find out.
He gives you another one each. Because he's terrified of your daddy's lawyer.
In 2002, we are gonna be rich.
$400 each, guys.
Am I coming down at all, or am I still like super high?
Yeah, it's waning. You got some water in you. It is a like, once you hydrate and stay away from it for a while, it'll be fine. But
I feel like at this point, D.N.A is just like half supporting my body weight as we trudge over.
Yeah,
and, like,
I feel like Claire is starting to crash at this point, like physically, and so I'm like half like supporting, half dragging, because like I'm strong enough to stop her from like jumping for a candy bar, but like I can't physically lift her.
Yeah.
Like, that's Colton's job, and he's currently trying to not get killed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we're
fine. We're out of here by now. Yeah, we're done.
Yeah. As you kind of come out, there are like lines. They're getting people hydrated. They're saying, "Did you eat any of the chocolate?" And they're like getting you like, a juice and a water bottle, and like having you sit down. And you guys stuff your pockets full of your savings bonds as you think about how much candy you'll be able to buy in 2002.
Mick is just like, good.
I was gonna say, I would probably make a comment to Colton at some point, being like, so remember how they just said it was an allergic reaction? I would bring that up to your dad's lawyer too.
Yeah, and Mick's just like, yeah, good thing we're all minors, so that's not like a binding verbal contract that we can't talk about the poisoning.
Yeah.
So smart. Well, thank you all for playing with me this game of Kids on Bikes. If everybody can kind of tell our audience where they could find you if they were so inclined, let's go. We'll do Alana first.
So, hi again. You can find me on the Backtear Discord. I don't really have any fancy streams of my own or anything of that nature. I mostly just pop in every so often.
I meant to say this earlier and totally got distracted. You're a doctor. That's cooler than being on a podcast.
It's not D&D related. My PhD isn't.
Why does it have to be D&D related?
It's literature.
Yeah.
Like literature.
If you want to come bitch about the environment, come find me on the Backtear Discord.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
All right, Rick. Let's tell people where they can find you.
I'm sure they know by now, but I'm Rick. I'm the GM for the Hammer of the Gods podcast. Yeah, wherever you get your podcasts.
And Emily, I have no one in mind, so do whatever you want to do.
Did the other say who they are?
If they are, like, I just don't know who's.
Oh, I meant like Kayla and Lee haven't said anything.
Oh yeah, no, I was responding to something.
Okay.
Hey Lee, where can people find you?
Hi, I'm Lee Baldwin. You can find me in several places on the internet. I do editing and pop into games a lot for Even Footing Games, and I do my own podcast. I have Abstract Adventures. We do lots of fun adventures, and we just roll for every single adventure that we do in our characters, and so we've got some really fun characters. We've got Kenku Bard with no charisma, and we've got your typical human fighter, and we've got a wonderful tabaxi that's just a big doll, so go ahead and check that out wherever you get podcasts. We just started up after big summer break. And also, if you're into some spooky stuff for the spooky season, you can go ahead and check out Rolls Revamped. That is a YouTube channel on which I play a very gay Dracula and very other various characters, but mostly our Sanguine Society show is the one you're looking for spooky vintage vampires and other such creatures. Go ahead and check that out.
Gay vampires? I hardly believe
what?
Never heard of her.
Shocking.
Gay vampire. Like,
Who says? Who?
Like you're saying this thing twice.
Yeah.
Kayla, where can people find you?
You can find me a lot of places too. I am on Blacktear sometimes. I'm over on Rick's channel playing with Aaryn and some other friends. I also have my own podcast. Me and my gal pal Keisha, Potions Potpourri. Find us wherever you get your shows. Doesn't matter where we're about, you'll figure it out really fast. Come creep on us. And I'm also going to be in the next Spooktober game with some of these same people, so come find us in Emily's homebrew game, Ominous, on Thursday.
I thought it was Tuesday.
Tuesday.
The other Tuesday.
One of those days.
Yeah. Just a quick reminder, we are still raising money for Extra Life, so please go to all of the links that Emily will provide to help some children with medical care and gaming for good causes.
As of yesterday morning, I think Artemis said we're about halfway
Nice.
to the 1,300.
And
so
we're about halfway through the month, so that is right on
track.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Aaryn. I am around, but mostly am in charge of Even Footing Games, and we write games about babies and broadswords, and feel free to check those books out. But thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you later.
Stick around for the raid.
Oh, yes.
I think we're doing that.
We're going to raid somebody.
We'll find one.
We'll definitely. Emily will.
think we're doing
Not me.
tabletop hitting.
Alright, good night.
They're friends. We like them.
We like everyone.
Night, y'all.
Bye.